What's up? This light sometimes takes a while to turn on all the way. I need to figure out what's wrong with that. But yeah, that's why I look so dramatic. But yeah, so let's continue where we left off. I think that we'll be able to get this done now in the next couple minutes. Sorry, I just realized that it's done. So the last thing I said before wrapping up last time was for this two-factor auth, we're going to do a cookie. So anytime we need to do something that requires two-factor authentication, like logging in or eventually like whatever features you have for changing something, like actually maybe changing email could do something like this. Well, similar. So changing email, we're going to send them an email to say, are you sure? Or confirm your new email or whatever. So that'll be a separate thing, but which maybe I'll do after this. But yeah, we'll just have a full stack component that you can render anywhere, and you say, please verify before continuing. And once they've verified, that sets a cookie that has a time limit of 2 minutes or something to allow the user to proceed. Probably not even need it to be 2 minutes. Really just a couple seconds would be enough. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, let's just do it. I think it'll be easier to do than to talk about. So let's go here, resource route for our full stack components, go in here. There it is, hello. And this is verify TSX. And here's our, where's our session server? We're gonna borrow some of this stuff because we're not actually gonna use the same session because we want this to expire separately. Yeah, I think we're actually going to need this to be in our util verify.server ts. Actually, I think we could do this. There we go. Pretty sure this will work. I think I know what that is. Okay. Max age, yeah. We want this to be a very short time. Or maybe we should set it to session. Yeah, okay. Cookie set max age to session. Okay, so just don't specify. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, maybe we don't want to do that. But at the same time, let's say that I'm, if I were on GitHub and I was doing things that required verification, like over and over again, that'd be super annoying to have to re-verify myself a lot, like every single time. So maybe what we should do is have the max age be like an hour. And so then you can do a bunch of things during that hour. See, so 60 seconds, here's an hour. Yeah. I'm changing that name so that my autocomplete, when I'm like importing stuff, doesn't accidentally import this one. So yeah, it's fine. Okay, cool. Here, let's double check. Well, let's make a remix. Let's think. Does this need a loader? I think we will have a utility function that loaders can call that says whether or not we're verified. So let's just make that export is verified request, and then we're going to grab verify session storage, get session request dot headers get cookie, verify session. And then we've got, let's get rid of that. We need the key name, so this will be is verified key. Oh, okay, so now let's think about this. We need to make sure that they are verified as the user they're logged in as. Yeah. Let's see, verified. Okay, so the value here, verified user ID, and then get user ID. Okay, if not user ID, return false. If not verified user ID, return false. And then there we go. Well, so here actually, user user has 2FA. Whoops. Kind of feel like there should be a better place to store that value, but that's what we're going to go with. Yeah, so if they don't have two-factor authentication, then they don't even need to worry about the verified session. thing. Okay, great. So that is one thing. And then let's also do this route URL or path. My phone is, oh, right. Kids are home and going in and out of the door. We're going to snooze the door for 2 hours. By the way, I'm taking my son to gymnastics later, so I will be leaving in like an hour and a half probably. So yeah, this is actually going to be resources verify. Okay, so then export functioning export called action takes the request data function args. That was a mistake. Here we go. And what do you think we're doing? Not really, but thanks. So what this is going to do is a lot of what we've got in our verify here. And in fact, I'm hoping maybe we can take some of this stuff and put it in here instead. So anyway, our verify schema, yeah, it's going to be a Zod schema, and it's going to be let's see. This is going to be different from those two flows. I don't know if we'll be able to reuse this for those. We will see. But this is a little different because we're doing two-factor authentication specifically. So when they give me the code, I don't need their email because I already have their I feel like I'm kind of taking two use cases and combining them. I've got the use case of the login process where we haven't finished logging in, and then I'm about to do something destructive. Let me verify this. So let's think about just the login because that's the only use case we have right now anyway. So with the login process, the login, instead of, oh, right, I keep forgetting, it's over here. So instead of going through Authenticator, we'll first have to, maybe it'd be easier if we do this this way. Yeah, let's say, this is wrong. Yeah. This needs to be more like this. These are different things. Okay, so yeah, before we create that session, all that stuff, yeah, we need to return here, let's see. Okay, so we can't use is verified. Yeah, but we do want to do this. I think actually Shoot, man, this is tough. So I don't actually want to create a session, but I do want to authenticate. I think we just call verify login. Yeah, we're kind of doing something funny here. So maybe it should be right here that we yeah, it actually kind of makes more sense that it would be here that we do this. Yeah, I think this is where we want it to be. Well, if they have to FA return This is the only place we do this, right? Yeah, okay. Because we have to return a string here. Wonder what happens if we change this to type session ID string or type verify ID of, or let's see, yeah. Yeah, so it could be like the verification ID. So then this could be type session ID, session ID. Oops. And then these, when we call is authenticated, we're going to get that back. Yeah, so their remix auth, I think, is planning on just kind of assumes that anything I return from my my usage here goes into the session, and then requires me to put that in there. Yeah, maybe this is not what we should do. thing is we need to verify that the user's logged in first, or that their username and password is correct first. But then we don't want to actually create the session at this point. I'm kind of in a bit of a mess. I've changed a lot of stuff and broken things. I don't know if this will even work. Yeah, I need to figure out how this form strategy thing works. It looks like throwing an error is caught by remix auth or something, and then ends up being thrown as an authorization error. I may need to make my own one of these. Okay, so it's calling verify. If it's an error, then it returns a failure thing. That's interesting. So yeah, anything that's thrown in there ends up being an authorization error. So yeah, okay, that's interesting. Because I was thinking maybe we could throw if they need to be like throw a special kind of error if they need to be verified first. That's interesting. So here we are already creating the form data. Oh, yeah, I think I'm actually handling that a different way. Yep, I clone. Aha. We don't need to do that. Except I wonder if the types are like awful. Probably. Yeah, there's no help on the types there. So we'll keep doing what we were doing. It's fine. Cloning this request is very minimal anyway. Yeah, this would be a lot easier if I wasn't using Remix Auth. But Remix Auth also makes it easier to do OAuth and stuff like that too, so we're going to keep it. But I am kind of thinking I need my own strategy, and these aren't that complicated. Oh no, that's interesting. It's grabbing form data off of the context. Huh. That's a fancy feature. Read form context. If options context form data, then that's where it comes from. Otherwise, get it from that. Huh. Okay, well, we'll use that feature. That's nice. Oops. Okay. I mean, one easy way to do this would be to say, okay, before we create the session, let's check if they need verification. And then if they don't, then we can continue here. If not, then we just delete the session ID, or the session by its ID. But that is not good. We're not going to do that. If there was some sort of error or something, we'd have sessions just hanging out, doing nothing. Why create the session in the first place? We don't have to create the session. So maybe we pass it as context. I want to understand this .failure thing. That's coming from our strategy, which is coming from Remix Auth. That's too bad. Okay. Interesting. All right. So then if I throw an error, then it's going to create a new authorization error with message and cause. Let's look at our error thing here. It's interesting, it accepts a cause, but it actually doesn't do anything with it. It just passes the message, so that's too bad. So we could just hard code a message. This really is, I think this is the right place to put it. Okay, then we can say export const to FA error message. And then in here, we can say if error dot message and we can do something else. I wonder actually, maybe because that'll show up as a form error. Kind of feel like I'm fighting against Remix Auth a little bit here. I doubt anybody has done anything with 2FA for this yet. Yep. Yep, nobody's done anything with 2FA here. So the trick is, I've got it. So we can continue, undo all this, don't need that. So we can create this session, that's fine, because they presumably are going to finish. So all this is good. But we have this user 2FA, user ID. Oh, we've got the session ID. User, await, Prisma user, find first, where no, So maybe the verification, no. Verification definitely for the user, yeah. That should definitely not happen. And that's right, we call this cookie session or session cookie. Or yeah, cookie session. Session cookie session. Yeah. Okay. Great. So if there's user2fa, then we do one thing, otherwise we do what we used to. So where's this thing? Let's see, verify session key, verify session. I'll do that later. So here we're gonna say get verify session maybe we actually want this to be setup verify session. And here it's the ID string, the session to verify. This will create a cookie session with the session ID we want to verify with 2FA. Okay, it is break time. And there we go. By doing this, make it so I don't have to import as much, and all that is good. Yeah, this is tricky. I wonder, because the values for remember me and redirect to, we need to hang on to. I'm going to take my break. I'll see you in a bit. Okie doke. Yeah, okay. So the problem is the user's preferences. Here, I wonder what we can do is instead of using the session key in here, we can use the verify session key. And then, yeah, I think that would work. So here, get rid of this. key to set. We would call this an unverified session. Yep. Yeah, the redirect to is still kind of tricky. But that, I believe, comes from the URL search params anyway. Oh, it's actually a prop, but typically coming from the URL search params. In any case, this is an inline login, and so we can just send back JSON. Yeah, this is kind of tricky because here we have a redirect to. I wonder if we have a redirect to, maybe, and they still need to verify. Maybe we redirect them to the verify thing with the redirect to on that. Because I'm thinking about progressive enhancement here, not because I care about whether this works without JavaScript, but because the solutions I develop when I do this and tend to be simpler when I'm done. So when I give myself that constraint of this needs to work without JavaScript, my end solution is simpler than if I just say I can use JavaScript, let's just put this in state. So that said, I think we could make this still work even without JavaScript by not having a special route. So here we say we set the cookie session, grab these values, create that. And then before saying all is well and whatever, say if the user to FAA, otherwise we do these things. So we'd say return JSON status pending submission. Yeah, and then we got our headers. Or verify unverified. If let's see, login fetcher unverified. Yeah, now this is happy. So kind of starting to feel like I'm overloading concepts here, but I think what we could do is now we render the verifier. forgot what's there's another size. Okay, so then in this case, we render verifier with a redirect to prop, but we don't need the form error, I think. Maybe we can take that. And redirect to will be a hidden input. No, but that would actually probably be a good thing to add one day. And then all the action does, yeah, we're not going to do this. The action's job is to swap the session. Yeah, whoops. Yeah, we're going to have to do this differently. Yeah, we're just going to get rid of if not session ID row, or yeah, new response, or new redirect. Except it's not server runtime, it's node. To let's see. I guess we'll just throw a login. Probably should destroy the session too if you end up on this page. No, that's fine. Just go to login. Think about this UX a bit more. Okay. And then from here, we do that same thing. Redirect to is going to come from the form data, as is the code and all of that. So let's do that stuff now. To actually perform the verification, we can actually borrow some of this stuff. Again, copy paste, we'll figure out the right way to do this later. And we need to get the user ID for that session. Okay, so they submit, provided that they do have a session ID. That's what we check for first. If they don't have a session ID, then do that. Maybe it'd be better if we do this. If there's not a session with that ID, then we're gonna get rid of that. And let's see, destroy session. If there's no session for their session ID, something is way wrong. Destroy it and let them try over again. Okay. Kind of feel like we should include the redirect to thing here, but yeah, heck, we'll do it. hate this so much. Oh, and actually we don't want to get that from the search params anyway. It's going to be there's got to be a utility for that. I should probably make one. Because I think I'd do something similar to this in our session or auth or something somewhere else. It's kind of annoying, but what do you do? Okay, that way, you know, something does go wrong. Like this is an edge case too, but if something does go wrong, they end up on the login screen. They have to log in again, but they get to go back where they were supposed to be trying to go when they first entered this login flow. So it's pretty unusual that that would happen, but yeah. Okay, so now we don't need to worry about that anymore. That cannot happen. And we go through this verification. I think I'm pretty sure I could at least take this part, this refinement out and reuse that. Pretty sure. When we're done, we're going to look at that because, yeah, that would be nice to get rid of that, that duplication. I've got 3 instances of that now. All right, so that is all good. That is all good. So if we get this far, then we know we're in a good spot. And let's come up here. We have a redirect to string optional. So that's our code, but we don't need it anymore. Redirect to. And then our new cookie, we're going to do something similar to what we do here, which is commit session. Except we don't need to set the max age, we're just updating the existing session. Yeah, and I'm starting to think, yeah, we only need this thing for if we're trying to verify another flow. Like for a login flow, this is fine. So with that in mind, we're going to rename this to verify. We're going to delete this. Maybe we'll bring that sort of thing back, but for right now, this is going to be sufficient for us. Okay. And this is verified thing. We don't need that right now either, so I'm going to get rid of that. All right, so coming back here now. Redirect, oh, this verifier. Oh, there we go. Redirect to. There we go. Yep, I think this might work. So the first thing we're going to do, let's check the types. Pretty sure we're good. I don't think I did anything weird. Now we'll run the end-to-end tests. Yeah, we've got to figure out how to hide this. Okay, remix. GitHub, where are you? Oh, good grief. There we go. Hide the source map warning. You know what? I don't care that much. It's fine. It's actually probably good to keep around. Okay, so we didn't break the existing login flow, so that's good. We made pretty significant changes to that. So now the trick is, assuming I've got a user with two-factor auth enabled, let's enable two-factor auth, scan that QR code, save, copy, paste, confirm. Awesome. So 2FA is enabled. We go to log out and log in. Now we're Cody. Boom. Welcome back. Enter your details. Where did I? Oh, yeah. Huh, hold on. Yeah, that makes sense. That is how that works. And then my code. And here, let's pull up the network tab just in case something weird happens. There's my session, and somewhere in there is something that says verification thing. So, and also this code is one thing old, but I've got a window on here, I think. Yeah, window of 0. So it should be invalid. I should give that a window of 1, I think. No, that's not good. Oh yeah, this is a window of 1. This one makes sense to be a window of 1. Now, that is unfortunate. Wonder what is happening here. I bet it's lacking an expires at. That's what's going on. We don't have an expires at for this one because it doesn't expire. See, and that is why it's really hard to make stuff like this generic, because there's just like a couple of things that are different. And it's easier to copy and paste and make the modifications in line than to do something completely different. So, all right, here we go. Submit. Boom. Oh my word. Can't believe how well that worked. That is so great. Oh, wow. let's look at the carnage. You know what would probably be best thing to do right now is to put together a test for this. So the question is, do we have, what kind of test do we make for this? And how do we do that even? I guess probably gonna have to use the TOTP utility in here, because heck, if I'm gonna write another one to act as the client, nope, not gonna do that. We'll just say generate my TOTP. Ooh, yeah, that's interesting. Maybe we need to make the secret optional. Huh, yeah, that is interesting. Okay, so we'd say secret. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, okay, so that way, I guess we should probably document that. Yep. That way we can write a test for this that uses this utility to act as the 1Password client that I've got. So it's going to give me this auth URI that I will need to parse and extract the secret from, and then I use that secret to generate a TOTP that I can then enter into the verification thing. That's how we're going to have to do that, because I don't know how else you would do that. So normally I ignore YouTube live chat and just tell people to link in the description, chat over here, but I noticed we've got a QA engineer over here. Hello. And they asked me my thoughts of TDD, and I actually do have a blog post about this. Test-driven development when I follow TDD. That I will stick in here, so you're going to have to either just Google it or come here for the link. Yeah, in this case, TDD would not have worked because I did not know how I wanted this flow to work. The flow is kind of controlled by the implementation a little bit, and I wasn't sure how it was going to be implemented, so that's why I did not do it that way. Okay, so I am thrilled actually at how well this works. This is really great. Yeah, we just stick it in unverified session ID. And then we have the status of unverified. So then we say, okay, render the verifier. The verifier renders. I'm pretty sure this should work without JavaScript. Pretty sure. We'll run through a test. Actually, we can do that right now. For some reason, the DevTools don't work. Because you can go script, disable JavaScript, but that hasn't worked for me for a while. So anyway, we know now there is no JavaScript except for these inline scripts that we've got, but those aren't going to make a difference. So if I say, oh, that's right. Oh, I got to add a logout button to this. Huh, whoops. Because normally the logout will show up as a drop-down on this menu, but without JavaScript, this menu actually just behaves like a link. But here we go. Okay, so we're going to go log in, and then we're going to say Cody. Oh, that's interesting. That checkbox requires JavaScript. That is, yeah, that's unfortunate. Huh, that's weird. I wonder why. Interesting. That is so strange. Well, we'll have to look at that later. Oh, actually, you know what? I knew this. Edmund is working on a pull request to fix that. That's right. Okay, so then we go to login, and we go kablooey over here. Yep, that's kind of what I was worried about, actually. That's what happens when you're using full stack components. Remix next version will solve this problem really well. So what can we do? Yeah, really, I've got a solution to this somewhere else. Where basically, instead of returning JSON, you have to do a redirect. Yeah, so right here where we say, okay, return this JSON. Because we're posting to this URL. Let's do this route path. So yeah, we post to this URL. Yeah, rats. Yep, and there's the password right there. So probably really better fix that. Dang. Yeah, I've got an issue open that says give me some mechanism for knowing whether this request is coming as a fetch request or a document request, because that will be different. I wonder, I don't think anything showed up on that. This isn't super important, but it's a little important. Isn't there a way to say author? Yeah, see, here's one. The resources thing, I was thinking, hey, let's do a route path. The Remix team is going to do something even better. Yeah, this is another one that would be kind of interesting. That is not what we're looking for though. I think this has been fixed. No, I guess I don't have something. This one is close, but it's not quite the same. Okay. Provide information on whether. Sorry, I just realized. I'm gonna go 15 more minutes, and then I've gotta go. Yeah, provide info on whether the request is via fetch or a document request. When using use fetcher or the full stack component pattern, if your form uses use fetcher to a resource route, and that resource route returns JSON as is most common, then that doesn't progressively enhance. To solve this, you need to instead do a redirect. So your user goes back to wherever the full stack component is rendered after the mutation. This is kind of, actually, you know what? Even if they were to solve this, I would still need to know what URL to send back. So, yeah, redirecting, it's not gonna, just knowing whether it was a fetch or a document request is not gonna solve it. I also need to know where to send them to, so that is not going to work. What's interesting here is that the login actually has a redirect to. And so where I solved it before was I said basically is hydrated, then input type hidden, name redirect to value. Yeah, so I made it so that on the server, before the client-side JavaScript shows up, we have this special redirect to that we can use. However, we've actually got a redirect to on here already that comes from the search params. So we would call this the parent route. Or use location, path name. And we'd also want the search as well. So oh right. Or you know what? Maybe we just use client only from Remix Utils. People need that pretty often anyway. Oh, whoops. Hold on a second. Was that from Sebastian? 9 months ago? Now that's interesting. What's this all about? Huh. Fascinating. Well, that's a fun one to stumble on. Okay. Yeah, why is that not showing up for me? Yeah. Aw, man. They require children. Ah. See, I need something that's server only. Server only? Man. Dang it. Okay. They've got use hydrated. Let's just use that. Now I will also leave a issue. That's interesting. So it works just fine. Yeah. Server only. This is useful for hidden inputs that help you know whether the form was submitted via fetch or not, which helps you determine whether you should use redirect or JSON. Basically the opposite of client only. Alternatively, you could also, in my case, I don't, in this case, I actually don't want anything rendered on the client, just on the server. So requiring the children fallback. Let's see, does he require the fallback? What are you complaining about? Oh, right. Okay. So if we had, alternatively, I could just use the fallback prop of the client only, but the children prop is required there, and I don't want anything rendered post hydration. Until this is added, I'll just use hydrated. All right. So I will continue with that. Use hydrated. No, come on. Why am I not getting any? Oh, probably because of that. Okay, great. So, this actually does make things a little bit more tricky, because it means I need to redirect we need to have a unverified or like a status. Now let's come up here. Parent route. Okay. Because it could be unverified, yeah. Yeah, we need fetcher status. Okay, and then the last bit is to pass the status. So if we go to login here, then status idle or unverified. So unverified is session get unverified session key. Here, has. Okay, cool. Now I think we still got JavaScript disabled here. Oops. Oh, I'm unverified. Let's go to our, let's check that out. Actually, that is cool. We need to have a cancel button on here. Where is that? And then I've got to get going. Name, intent, value, confirm. Name, intent, value, cancel. Okay. And then we say then we're going to do that, but also I think that's exactly what we're doing right here. Or we'll do that if they want to cancel. Okay, there we go. So then, here I am. I can hit cancel. Here, let's just fix that since we're right here. And I really got to go. Yeah, I think that should be enough. Kablooey, that needs to, yeah, man, that stinks. I think there's actually a way in Conform to make this work. I think Conform has something. it's just because I'm using full stack components. That's what's going on. It's because this is a full stack component. Oh, man. There's an abstraction for this that I need to figure out. I think that I should not care about this. But I care anyway, so we're gonna just do it. Because we are really close. Oh man, why are you not auto-completing? That's really annoying. Okay. So you got the parent route. And then wherever we send JSON back, and anytime you send JSON back in a full stack component, you just have to know that you need to think about this if you care about things working before JavaScript loads, which I have mixed feelings about. But yeah, there you go. Yeah, see, then also like you get an error too. Full stack components. We need remix to make this better. Okay, back all this up. We're not gonna care about this. Just too much work, and it's not important enough, and Remix is going to have a better solution eventually anyway. Okay, so coming back here, let's just make sure it works, and then I'm going to commit, and then I'm going to go. All right, where's my two-factor authentication code? There it is. Yeah, actually, let's cancel first. So let's go to application. I say cancel, and my session is brand new. Redirect to / We should probably not let that be a thing, but whatever. Why did we end up on a redirect to? Or why did we end up on the login? Let's go back here, cancel. Oh, Huh, that's interesting. Okay, well. Oops. That's interesting. Am I mistyping it? Oh, I am mistyping it. There we go. You gotta type your password right. Okay, now this one is one time expired. It just barely expired, but it still works. That's exactly what I want. All right, cool. So two-factor auth totally works. And then I can go in here. Yeah, the last thing we need to do is actually write tests for this. And I do not have time to do that right now. Although I could take my laptop with me to my son's gymnastics and do that there. Yeah, probably better. Okay, I'm going to do that. So the test will be done next time you see me. Thanks, everybody. Keep an eye out for an announcement about this, and the Git repo push too. It's over here. Epic, yeah. EpicWeb.dev's Epic Stack. This is where it's going to be. And I'm going to also got to fix something with Sentry too. So see y'all later. Thanks for joining. That's the wrong one. Bye.